Welcome to Listen and Learn English, where you can improve your English at your own pace. Our narrators are all native English speakers, and their words are displayed so that you can read along and practice your English vocabulary. It's a great way to learn, so sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Chapter 7, A Mad Tea Party. Chapter 8, The Queen's Croquet Ground. Alice came upon a long table set up under a tree outside a house. Seated there were the March Hare and the Hatter, deep in their nonsensical tea party. Between them, the Dormouse slumped in a doze, being used as a cushion as the others leaned their elbows on it, chatting as if he were a mere pillow. How uncomfortable for the Dormouse, Alice thought, though I guess if he's asleep he doesn't mind. The table was large, yet the trio had all crowded into one end. As Alice approached they shouted, "No room, no room," in unison. "There's plenty of room," Alice snapped back and sat in the big armchair at the end of the table. "Have some wine," the March Hare offered politely. Alice scanned the table. There was no wine, only tea. "I don't see any wine," she pointed out. "There isn't any," admitted the March Hare. "Then why did you offer it? That's not very polite," she said, clearly irritated. "It wasn't very polite of you to sit down uninvited," the March Hare retorted. Alice frowned. "I didn't know it was your table. It's set for many more people." Then the Hatter, who had been silently staring at her, finally spoke. "Your hair needs cutting." Alice gasped. "You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's quite rude." The Hatter widened his eyes, seemingly surprised, but didn't apologize. The Hatter checked his pocket watch nervously. "What day of the month is it?" he asked Alice. "It's the 4th, she answered. "2 days slow," he groaned. Alice, puzzled, leaned over his shoulder. "It's a very strange watch. It tells the day, but not the time." "And why should it?" snapped the Hatter. "Does your watch tell you the year?" "That is the stupidest tea party I've ever attended," Alice muttered as she left the grove. Just then she noticed a tree with a small door in its trunk. "Everything's odd today. I may as well go in," she decided. Inside she found herself back in the great hallway, retrieved the little golden key, nibbled her mushroom until she stood 1 foot high, slipped through the tiny doorway, and at last stepped into the dazzling garden of her dreams, among bright flower beds and splashing fountains. Alice entered a beautiful garden and noticed something strange near the entrance. A large rose tree with white roses, and 3 gardeners hurriedly painting them red. Curious, she walked closer just in time to hear one shout, "Watch it, Five! You splattered paint on me!" "It wasn't my fault," grumbled Five. "Seven bumped my elbow." "Oh, sure," said Seven sarcastically. "Always blame someone else." "You shouldn't talk," snapped Five. "I heard the Queen say you should be beheaded." "What for?" asked Two. "None of your business," said Seven. "It is his business," said Five. "It was because you gave the cook tulip roots instead of onions." Before a full argument could break out, they noticed Alice watching them. All 3 bowed deeply. Alice asked why they were painting the roses. Two explained nervously, "It was supposed to be a red rose tree, but we planted a white one by mistake. If the Queen finds out, we'll lose our heads, so we're fixing it before she comes." At that moment, Five shouted, "The Queen! The Queen!" and they all dropped flat on their faces. Alice turned and watched a grand procession approach. First came 10 soldiers shaped like playing cards, followed by courtiers dressed in diamonds, royal children decorated with hearts, then guests including kings and queens. Alice spotted the White Rabbit rushing along looking flustered. The Knave of Hearts walked by holding the king's crown on a velvet cushion. Finally, the King and Queen of Hearts arrived. Alice wasn't sure if she should lie down like the gardeners, but decided not to. What's the point of a parade if no one sees it, she reasoned. The Queen stopped and asked sharply, "Who is this?" "My name is Alice, Your Majesty," she replied politely, though she thought to herself, "They're just playing cards, I'm not afraid." The Queen pointed at the gardeners and asked, "And who are they?" "How should I know?" Alice replied boldly. The Queen turned bright red with rage and shouted, "Off with her head!" "Nonsense," Alice said loudly, and the Queen went quiet. The King gently reminded her she's just a child. The Queen ordered the gardeners to be turned over, and when they were revealed, she snapped, "What are you doing here?" Two stammered, "We were just—" "I see," the Queen interrupted. "Off with their heads." As the Queen marched on, Alice quickly hid the gardeners in a large flower pot. The soldiers couldn't find them and eventually gave up. The Queen asked Alice, "Can you play croquet?" "Yes," Alice replied. "Then come on," the Queen shouted, and Alice joined the procession. The White Rabbit walked beside her and whispered that the Duchess was under a death sentence for boxing the Queen's ears. Suddenly the Queen yelled, "To your places!" and everyone rushed around in confusion. Just then she noticed something odd in the air, a grin. "It's the Cheshire Cat," she said. Soon its face appeared, and she told it about the chaos. Alice said the Queen was awful, then noticed the Queen behind her and quickly changed it to, "She's likely to win." The King saw the cat and wanted it removed. The Queen shouted, "Off with its head!" But the executioners refused. There was no body to behead. They argued until Alice suggested, "Ask the Duchess, it belongs to her." The Queen sent for the Duchess, but by the time she arrived, the cat's head had faded away completely. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please support us by giving it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We release new videos just like this one each week, so join us and listen to learn English.